Time now for your JCTV Daily News Update with the latest in news.
Into negotiations once international forces leave the country.
Covering your local weather.
But if you were outside at all yesterday, you know that it was colder and windier than the North Sea in December.
And the latest in Jimmy athletics.
Straight on, it's Peters hitting from 10 on a pull-up.
For your JCTV Daily News Update, here's Matthew Nies.
Good evening. I'm Matthew Nies with your JCTV News Update. It's good to be back with you after a week away from Jamestown for spring break. The Army Corps of Engineers is hosting a public meeting at the Jamestown High School tomorrow at 7 p.m. to discuss building emergency levees in Jamestown and surrounding areas. According to an Army Corps of Engineers press release, the Corps expects high inflows into both the Jamestown and Pipestem reservoirs because of abnormally high snowpack in the James River Basin this spring. To prepare for these high inflows, the Corps is recommending that the City of Jamestown build emergency levees similar to the ones put up last year. The Corps raised its estimates of releases from the reservoirs due to the 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches of rain that fell upstream of the dams last week. These updated forecasts indicate that reservoir pool levels could be similar to last year's levels. Because of the additional precipitation and forecasts for higher reservoir pool levels, the Corps has recommended to Jamestown and Stutsman County officials that emergency levees be constructed similar to the temporary levees built last year. Meanwhile, residents along the James River downstream from Jamestown should continue to monitor flood forecasts by the National Weather Service and make preparations as necessary to minimize damages from the forecasted high river levels. In state news, the 2010 State Fair concert lineup was recently announced. Among the bands playing for the new fairground grandstand will be the groups Kiss and Buck Cherry. Kiss has been awarded 24 gold albums in the U.S. and has sold more than 100 million albums worldwide. They will be performing on July 24th. The Grammy-nominated rock band Buck Cherry will be performing at the grandstand on July 29th. Tickets go on sale Wednesday, April 7th at 8 a.m. There are many other groups and activities at this year's State Fair as well. For more information about this year's State Fair, which runs from July 23rd to July 31st, you can go to www.northdakotastatefair.com. After another cold, wet day, we should see some patchy fog tonight. There's a north wind around 8 miles per hour, and temperatures are in the low 30s. Looking at our extended 5-day forecast, we can see that tomorrow should be cloudy early, but we may see a little of the sun later on in the day. The high will be almost 40 degrees, dropping down to the mid-20s at night. The wind should stay around 6 or 7 miles per hour throughout the day. Wednesday should be sunny with a high in the upper 40s and a southwest wind around 10 miles per hour. Thursday should be a lot like Wednesday during the day, but will become mostly cloudy at night. On Friday, we have about a 20% chance of precipitation. It should be mostly cloudy with a high in the upper 30s. Saturday should be partly sunny with a high also in the upper 30s. Spring break was very eventful for Jimmy athletics. The wrestling, baseball, softball, and both basketball teams were busy. The men's basketball team traveled to the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics National Tournament. The Jimmies assumed the underdog role as they played the reigning champions, Oklahoma Wesleyan, in the first round. Despite a great game from C.J. Peters, the Jimmies lost to Wesleyan 70-76. The Jimmies women's basketball team also headed to the NAIA National Tournament. Jamestown dominated the painted area in their first round matchup win with Indiana Southwest, and they beat them 65-58. The Jimmies faced a tough second round matchup with Iowa Wesleyan. The first half was very close, with neither team getting much of an edge, and the half finished up with Wesleyan up 30-31. However, in the second half, the Jimmies couldn't quite keep up with Wesleyan and lost 60-72. Julie Variano led the Jimmies with 15 points and 10 rebounds. The women's basketball team did bring home one trophy, though. The women earned the Buffalo Fun's 5-Star Champions of Character Team Award for their help in fighting Jamestown's flood last year. The men's national wrestling tournament went well for the Jimmies. Standout stars for the Jimmies were Willie Hernandez and Joseph Michael. Hernandez won 2 matches in a very tough field, and Michael earned honorable mention All-American. The Jimmy baseball team completed their Florida road trip with 4 wins and 2 losses. The Jimmies had 4 additional games which were not played due to rain. The Jimmy softball team traveled to Arizona, where they played 11 games. The team performed well in the warm environment, winning 8 games and losing 2. They had 1 game canceled due to rain. This has been your JCTV News Update. I'm Matthew Nies, connecting the campus with the community. Have a great evening.